And we're back with today's style and now dressing your neck. Well, if you haven't found the fountain of youth in a bottle, we've got some fashionable ways to address the neck. Christine Schwab is a contributor for O Magazine. Good to have you here, Christine. So
nice
we just
to be here.
Last segment talked about all the lotions and potions, but of course that's going to take some time for it to get working. So you need ways to work with what you have around the neck.
Yeah, you have to. You really have to. By the time you realize that you have neck issues, you've got to do something to kind of take the emphasis away from them, and that's what fashion does.
Exactly, and I think a lot of women make the mistake, you say, of covering up too much, right?
Well, we all know that scarves and turtlenecks are great, and they do cover, but you can't wear a scarf and you can't wear a turtleneck everywhere you go.
Right.
You've got to do other things, so I think it's all about framing your face, everything to frame your face. When you frame it, you flatter it, and you draw attention away from the neck. So that's what we're going to show you.
Want it to come right to the eyes. So let's bring out first model here. We have Brigitte. And she says that her issue is that as she's aged, she feels that her neck has gotten gaunt and skinny. So you put her in this great shirt. Tell us why, and the accessories that she has.
Well, we did several things. Brigitte was a dancer, and so she loved having a long, slim neck. And then all of a sudden, she said at 45, it got gaunt, and it looked skinny, and she didn't like that. So first we started out with hair. We added some hair extensions to her hair.
Oh, okay.
And fill in. You don't want to cut your hair too short when you're, when you have neck issues, because you need that hair. So we added hair extensions, and then
so you have some in too?
Well, I'm going to just give you one right here if I can get it out. And
there we
see,
go.
This is it.
These are so easy. It's like little
and
clip-on pieces.
they are a woman's best friend. They're a neck's best friend.
So they match your hair perfectly, too.
And you put them underneath your hair, so it's great. But then we added great shirts with collars. You want to buy shirts that have fantastic collars, and you're going to layer them. So you have to have cotton so you can layer them so they'll still breathe. But I love collars, and you stand them up because this draws attention
to the jawline.
Yeah, I am like a white shirt person. I love it. And this is fascinante. Those are my favorite great collar shirts. Filled in with a necklace.
A lot of necklaces, really layering the necklaces.
Right, not a choker. Choker's too tight and will squeeze the neck. But necklaces really soften the look. So this is a great way to flatter your neck without covering it. And she doesn't look gaunt. She doesn't look like she has a scrawny neck anymore.
Still got all that class and style as a ballerina would. Thank you so much, Brigitte. Looking beautiful. Next we have Susan. She says she finds that she has lines and wrinkles in her neck, and that is a giveaway of her age.
Right.
So tell me about what you put her
Susan said, people think she looks really young, and then they look at her neck and it just says, she's not as young. And Susan was wearing a lot of turtlenecks and things like that. But again, by layering next to your neck, you're not covering it, but you're putting color and you're putting style by your neck. So we've got the hoodie
around, which is interesting. Yeah.
Right. We did a cotton shirtwaist dress. We did a light fleece zip hoodie, because hoodies, if you frame them around your face, they act like a scarf. It's a scarf alternative. And then we put a little piqué polo shirt underneath there. So all of those collars, you turn them up, softens the neck without covering it.
She looks wonderful. Thank you, Susan. You look great. Our third model is Sarika, and she says her neck just isn't as sexy as it used to be, and she doesn't actually even allow her hairstylist to cut it because she's concerned that it's going to show her neck off even more. So she says she has more and more scarves in her closet that she knows what to do with them.
And she says she's tired of scarves.
Right.
And she has discoloration on her neck from sun damage. And hairdressers really, what they want to do is they want to cut your hair.
Right.
But it's so important to have a little more hair as you get older, because it does soften around your neck. Now, also stand-up collars are fantastic. This one we unzip to show you that you can wear a little unzip, but if you zip it up, you get rid of the skin discoloration, and it really works nicely for you.
That's a great color for her as well.
It's a great color, and the collar is terrific. And this is a designer jacket. I found this at Marshall's, actually the whole outfit, but look for collars that are a little stiff. Look for collars that have interest to them. You want to frame your face as you would a picture. When you put a beautiful mat around a picture, it makes it look nicer. Think of your face as a picture, and everything you buy is a collar. No big scoop necks, no big deep V's, no thing off the shoulders. Put it up by your
Wonderful.
face.
Thank you, Sarika. And finally, Denise, and she spends a lot of time in the water during the summer months swimming and surfing, and that, of course, causes a lot of skin damage, and you gave her this very romantic look.
Romantic. Ruffles are so romantic, and they're beautiful around the neck because, again, without covering it up and looking like you're just mummified, you've got beautiful softness by your face. So I love the color. I love the ruffles by her face. It's very flattering. You have to be careful with ruffles, though, because you don't want that little Peter Pan collar with a bow. You don't want it to be childish.
Right.
You want it to be romantic.
It's got to be appropriate for the occasion.
Right, and she could fill in with a necklace if she wanted to, too. A little jewelry will really work. But the most important thing is ruffles. So you want to look for stiff collars,
right.
ruffles, stand-up shirt collars, you know, things that really flatter you.
She looks great. Thank you so much. Thanks to all our models, and thank you to you, Christine Schwab. And when we come back, we're going to check in with Hoda for more Mardi Gras fun, and then later some...